My name is Sean Callahan with Real Estate Marketing Nerds, and welcome to our video on real estate lead generation. Real estate lead generation is a very, very important part of a real estate agent and broker's business in 2011 and moving forward. And basically, there's several different ways that you can generate leads. Primarily, the search engines are always the best bet for quick, fast, instant traffic, but as many people know, there's social media, Craigslist, YouTube. There's a lot of other ways that you can generate and bring business in to your website and into your network of online websites if you have more than one. But cost-effective lead generation basically starts off with a couple primary things, and the number one thing you must have to be able to produce leads and generate leads in an effective way, you have to have a good landing page. And basically what that means is that the landing page has to do a good job of converting traffic into contact information. And primarily, in my experience, the biggest breakdown on the internet is that a large majority of websites do a horrible job of converting traffic into contact information. And basically, what it comes down to is most of the people creating real estate websites have never gone out and actually marketed the product that they're in there making. So they're producing products that in reality really just don't work in the real time. The whole concept of what they're doing is to create a pretty website that everybody can dance around and sing and hold hands and say it all looks good, but in reality it's not functional. And if that thing doesn't produce leads on the internet, I don't care who thinks it looks nice. To me, it's completely useless. And that's not saying that you still don't want to have a site or two maybe that are just 100% based on looks, and those sites are always useful if you've met a client. You can give them a card like that, and you're not really so worried at that point about converting them into contact information. But when you're doing search engine marketing, you're doing pay-per-click marketing or SEO or Craigslist or any of the other stuff that's out there, it's very, very expensive to do a lot of that stuff. So you don't want to be wasting your money on internet marketing stuff and then sending it to a website basically that really isn't going to do a good job of capturing traffic. It's kind of a waste of money. It's really more than anything a lot of frustration. And as agents know that are watching this video, every time you get a phone call, you get the song and dance about, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. But if you have some basic knowledge of what needs to happen and what you're looking for, it'll help you find a real estate lead generating program that's very easy to understand, that basically works, and you have some fundamental ideas of what you're looking for to make sure that's going to happen. But the primary thing that you have to have is you have to have a site or a page that converts traffic. And we're on actually a page of an agent who I set this site up for maybe about 6 months ago, and I think this person now has sold about 6 homes, maybe more than that. But to make a long story short, the website converts about 8% to 10%. 8 to 10% conversion is really high. The average real estate website converts 1% of the traffic or less. So if you have a 1% capture rate of a website, which means that you need 100 people to go through it to get one lead, the chances are that's not going to be effective. There's really nothing you can do cost-effective wise to market a website that converts 1 or 2% of its traffic into leads. And so what we're basically getting at here is the capture rate, or what we call the conversion rate of the website, is the number one thing that you have to have in place before you start worrying about getting traffic. So in order to generate leads on the internet, what we'll do is we'll go in here, we'll set up a web page, we know that works, and then what we can do is we can go into Google and I can set up an advertising program. So they have a program called AdWords, and I've set up thousands and thousands of these accounts. So there's a way you can do it cost effectively where average cost per click right here is 15 cents. That's probably not realistic, but and that's actually, this is an account for hotels, so that's why. But on average, the average cost per visitor that we have is about 80 cents. So if it's 80 cents a visitor and I need 10 visitors at 80 cents to get a lead, my average cost per lead is about $8. Now on the internet, when you're generating leads, you need about 30. The closing ratio of internet leads is 3%. That's NAR. That's normal stats. That's what we've seen over the last 10 years. So basically, if you can get 7 to 10 leads a week coming into your site, if you can get 35, 40 leads a month coming into that site, you can sell a home a month off the internet. And we've done that literally thousands of times. It's actually, once you get the system down, it's really not that hard. This is a site of an agent that's been with us, I don't know, maybe a couple years, but they've got 2,500 leads in here. Let's see, here's one here, brand new agent that's been with us a month. They've got a total of we got 26 leads. Actually, they were out of town for just a little while and back in. Let's see here. Here's another site. It's got 1,581 leads. But basically, when the leads are $8 a lead, you can determine, ballpark how many leads you want. If you spend, $240, $88 a lead times 3 or times 30, $250, whatever it is, we can set it up so you can get the leads that you need, and then basically, you just go through and call the ones that are coming in. You get stuff like this here, that's somebody that's moving within 30 to 60 days. They're actually for $250,000 price range. So, you get the phone numbers. You just got to do the numbers. But basically, if you can get 35 to 40 leads a month coming into your site, you get 10 to 12 hot ones. You get 10 to 12 hot ones. That's going to convert into one decent sale. And as time goes on, that pipeline keeps growing and gets bigger and bigger. So basically, to go back over effective real estate lead generation, what I normally set up is I set up the landing page, make sure that's going to do a good job of converting traffic, ballpark usually around $350, $400. I can set up the Google account and drop usually about 250 keywords or so in there, get that done for $250, and then from that point forward, you've got a system that'll basically produce leads for you on a daily basis, and you can determine how many leads you want. Sometimes the cost is less, but average it's around $8 a lead. So for more information on lead generating programs, lead generating systems, you can contact me. Go to www.realestatemarketingnerds. In the description section of the video, there'll be some more information on real estate lead generation. And in addition to that, also you can go to our website for more information, realestatemarketingnerds.com. One real quick thing, we also have technology once the pay-per-click is done that'll basically index thousands of web pages and start bringing traffic in for a much more cost-effective rate than what pay-per-click will do. However, when you're dealing with organic SEO stuff, it's going to take about honestly 6 months. So you got to budget 6 months of pay-per-click before you start getting the real good organic traffic that brings it in a much more cost-effective way. There's a lot more places we can go with this, but in order to keep the video short, let's talk about the basic stuff of getting you up and running, getting leads coming in within just a few days, and getting you onto a system you can sell a home a month. For Real Estate Marketing Nerds, my name is Sean Callahan. Thanks for watching my video.